I healed despite prison, not because of it. So people always go, oh yeah, but I healed in prison and that means that prison is healing. Prison is harmful and harm is not healing, right? So that's like the starting point, right? So I healed I stopped taking drugs despite being surrounded by active drug use. I stopped being violent despite being in an inherently violent place, you know? To give you an example, my very first day in prison, I was paranoid, had this big bill, I'm sitting in the wreck, and like some dude just starts getting his face chopped up, yeah? He's sitting on the toilet, he's obviously going to the toilet, and he gets dragged out, whatever, all over his arse, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, honestly, and that's like, right, this is prison.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we can't go, oh yeah, if people are struggling, if people are in addiction, let's send them to the place where all this madness occurs, you know? And then this comes to what I said to you. It was like, if you play the sport, right, whatever sport, pick a sport.
Gaelic, go
right,
Gaelic.
So yeah. So you're big into Gaelic, you play it all the time. So someone comes along to you and they go, all right, we're going to send you to this Gaelic camp where absolutely every single person there is like, plays Gaelic, thinks about Gaelic, talks about Gaelic. Even when you're out for your exercise, you're going to talk about Gaelic. When you're in the school, you're going to talk about Gaelic. That's it. Gaelic is like, this is the number one topic of this place. You spend 5 years, 7 years, 3 years in this camp. You're coming out of there better at Gaelic, right? And this is what we do as society. We say these people who have these maladaptive coping strategies, and then we take them all and we send them all to the one place and let them all learn from each other. And then we act surprised when it doesn't make them better. They come out and we're like, oh my God, he has 100 previous convictions. Like, just to explain, right? So it's like, you can talk about addiction, right? So it's like all the different addiction literature is explaining that building pro-social bonds helps people to heal, right? Isolating people creates and exacerbates addictive tendencies. What we do in prison is we destroy their connection with their family and any good relationship that they might have, and we isolate them. And not only then, we isolate them from society, but then this person comes in with an addiction and they have this addiction, they don't have any money, and then people exploit that. And they're like, oh yeah, here, I'll give you a few pills if you pick up in the yard. So the drugs come over, they pick up, and then they get a P19. And then what do the jail do? The jail go, oh, you picked up, you broke the rules, so now you have extra time in the cell on your own. So then he's like, oh, now I have to deal with this extra isolation. So the next day he picks up again and they take away his phone calls. 1 6-minute phone call a week now he's on, yeah? And then he's like, oh, now I can't even talk to me kids, right? And then he goes out to the yard, he picks up again, block. So they now it's like 23-hour lockup on his own for whatever, 40 days.
Can I just talk about this from a scientific perspective as well, Bob, right? Talk about addiction, right? There's a great line Johann Hari says, sobriety is not the opposite of addiction, connection is, right? And it's a huge part. Like if you take drugs, you disconnect with yourself, then you disconnect with other people, right? So connection is key. You've talked about lack of connection, lack of belonging in your life as well. We need connection, human connection, like we need food and water. It's a basic human need. And there's some really super science, right, showing us, right? Professor Kay Tye over in Stanford University, right? She's found these pro-social networks in the brain that when we are socially isolated, the brain releases dopamine to drive us and motivate us to go and connect with other people. But if we're not connected with ourselves, we probably think we crave drugs or we crave violence or crave something that sort of fills that hole. So we go and do that thing through the isolation. But there's also this recent research around this molecule metabolite called tachykinin. And when people are socially isolated, there's a buildup of this in the brain that makes them aggressive, paranoid, anxious and stressed. So literally what you're doing by isolating people in prisons, you are exasperating every single thing that gives them some kind of an opportunity to heal, grow or be rehabilitated. So like the isolation, it just does not work from a biological level, from a social level, a psychological level, from every level. Like it's crazy.
And this is exactly why prison can never be rehabilitative.